Hello, investors. Welcome to the channel where we look for possible swing trades using technical analysis. Before we begin, all I ask is that you hit the like button and subscribe. That really helps out the channel. And today we are looking at Salesforce Incorporated, ticker symbol CRM. This is a large cap company in the software and IT services industry. Has a market cap of $215 billion, making it a large cap company. And as you can see here in the column under ratings, you'll see Schwab gives it a B, which is a pretty good rating. Morningstar gives it 4 stars. CFRA gives it 5 stars. Argus rates it a buy. This is generally a well-received, well-regarded company. However, at the moment, I am positing that perhaps it is in for a downturn. And here we are on Salesforce's annual chart. You'll see it is well above all the moving averages. There does seem to be some resistance right around the level it is now, 225, 230. And there was a gap up and a slight gap up about a week ago. And as we know, most gaps fill. So that is something to keep in mind. It is not related to earnings. Earnings were back here in August. Does have an upcoming earnings call in about 10 days. So also, if you decide to make a trade on Salesforce, keep in mind that you do have earnings coming up. Now, the RSI is just edging into the overbought zone and does not look to be turning down anytime soon. But both stochastics are turning down inside the overbought zone. Now, the volume chart shows average volume for several weeks now. And I'll come back to that in one moment. We'll just real briefly look at the MACD. And you can see that the MACD appears to have formed a peak and is just starting to fall, although the lines are not converging as of yet. Now, the one interesting thing I noticed on the volume chart here is, as I said, it's not showing a drastic increase in volume. And yet, at the same time, what do we see in the share price? From right back here on October 26th, the share price begins to creep up and up and up and up and up very steadily over that time. But again, let's go back down to the volume, and you'll see that the volume has not changed. So this increase in price action is really not supported by any increase in volume. And that makes that rising share price unstable. Now, you do see more green bars in here than red, but there are a half dozen or so red bars in that time frame. So I suspect that this increase in share price is simply due to market sentiment and not a change in the fundamentals of the company. And speaking of the fundamentals, if we switch over to the fundamentals here on E-Trade, you'll see that this company is generally good. It has a very low short interest, less than 1%. Solid institutional ownership at 78%. It does have some debt, but it is low debt, and in fact is lower than 72% of others in their industry. Now, the PE ratio is the one real factor of concern that you'll see on this sheet here. A PE of 138, which is just absurd. I have a company trading at that high PE. And I would be very leery of buying in, but it does seem to support this valuation over a long period of time. So some people are buying shares of this company. Now, the gross margin, 74% is excellent, and that beats out 74% of other companies in the IT industry, which is saying something. It's an industry that typically operates on very wide margins. And the operating margin here is only 6.08%. However, that beats out 81% of others in the industry. So even though there is a drastic gap here between the gross and operating margins, these are both above average numbers. Now, the return on equity here, just 2.67%, and yet that is better than 76% of its peers. And that makes me a little leery. Again, I would be leery if I were buying into this company. That's a very narrow number there, narrow range. But the growth rate, this is excellent again, beats out 98% of other companies in their industry. So if you're looking for a customer relationship management business, you are probably looking at Salesforce. But overall, I do think this appears to be a shorting opportunity as it nears the 52-week high. Now, of course, 52-week high does not mean it's overvalued, but the other factors that I discussed make me think the share price is probably set for a pullback. But please let me know what you think of Salesforce in the comments below. And if you enjoy having ideas like this sent directly to you, please hit that bell notification to be alerted when new videos post. And remember, I'm not offering financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence when purchasing shares of any company. These videos are for entertainment, discussion, and education. And if you'd like me to analyze a specific company using these metrics, just let me know in the comments and I'll get to it as soon as I can. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and good luck with all your investments.